Good morning, students. Welcome back. And let's begin your moral science class. So, in the last class, you learned one moral value, and that was honesty. So, in this class, you will learn the value as an ability to discriminate between good and bad. So, how will you discriminate what is good and what is bad? So, everyone wants to be good, right? No one wants to be bad. Yet, we find good and bad people, isn't it? Those who think and do good are the good people, while those who think and do bad are the bad people. Good is what God likes, and bad is what God dislikes. So, this can be the main reason why you should discriminate between what is good and bad, and why you should be good. As God likes good people and God dislikes bad people. So, how can you be good people? So, by doing good actions, you please others and you win their praise as well as blessings. Whereas, on the other hand, bad things make you unpopular. You must judge every task carefully. Whatever task is given or being done, you must judge it. Is it good or is it bad? So, as you know, so you must do what is right, though doing that may be difficult. Many a time there is a case, and there will be time when the right thing, what you must do, will be difficult on your path. So you have to be brave and do the right thing. You should never do the bad thing, however attractive it may be. Bad things might look attractive. You want to do it, but at the end, God dislikes and people dislikes. So you need to discriminate, and you should have the ability to discriminate what is good and what is bad. So again, I'll tell you a story, and this is a story time. So let us begin a story. In that, you will understand how that small boy got the ability to discriminate between what was good and what was bad. So let's start. So in Holland, there was a beautiful green village. The village had a road that ran by the sea. So in Holland, there was a beautiful green village, in which village there had a road and that ran by the sea. Okay. There was a special high wall between the land and the sea called the dike. So the high wall that was between the land and the sea was known as dike. And what was the purpose for this dike? It protected the village from flooding when the sea rose. So when high tides come or when tsunami comes, we use dams. So like that, there was a special high wall, and that was known as dike. It also used to protect the village from flooding. So just look in the figure. There is a green, beautiful village. There is a road that ran by the sea, and here it is the dike, special high wall. So near the dike was an open green area. So this is an open green area where children love to play. Here children come and play. So one day the children were playing here. Suddenly a child noticed a crack in the dike. So as you can see, there is a crack in the dike. So one child noticed this. The sea water was gushing out of the road through that crack. So sea water was coming out from this wall. So he said, "Let us go back fast. The village may get flooded." All the children agreed except one. This boy was Hans. So one child noticed that there was a crack. He told everyone, "Let us go back fast. The village may get flooded. Water will gush out and the village will be flooded." All the children accepted this, and except one. All the children accepted. Only one boy did not accept, and that was Hans. So Hans stayed back. He thought that he must do something to save the village. He tried to cover the crack with his palm. Soon the force of the water increased and pushed his hand back. So you can see here hand is covering the crack with his palm, but the force of the water is so high that it pushed hand back. He then collected some leaves, twigs, etc., and filled the crack with it. He held the stuffing firmly with his hands. By now he was tired. His arms were aching, but he did not give up. So what did Hans do? Hans collected twigs, leaves, and various other things, and he filled the crack with it. So he held the stuffing very firmly with his hands. So after that, he was very tired. His arms started aching, but he did not give up. So what happened? The other children, as they went to call the village people, so all the elders came to know about it. They reached the dike and they saw Hans struggling to save the village. So what was Hans doing? Hans was covering the crack with the leaves, twigs and everything. So the repair work began at once and the village was saved. So students, what would have happened if Hans could not have collected some leaves and everything and could not have filled the crack with it? The whole village would have been flooded. But due to Hans' effort and the power to discriminate what was good and what was bad at that moment, he saved the village from being flooded. So all the people of the village appreciated Hans for his brave act. Hans' parents were proud that the son had learned to differentiate between good and bad at a young age, and he saved the villagers from a disaster. So Hans' parents were very proud of him that he has learned what is good and what is bad at a very small age. So the moral of the story is always you should strive to do the right thing. As you know what is right and what is wrong, you should always try to do it and in a right way. So your heart is your true guide, isn't it? It tells you what is right and what is wrong. So even if you are caught in a situation where you get confused between right and wrong, so children, you should always listen to your heart at that time. Your heart always gives you the right direction. Choose wisely and always act wisely. So when doing the right thing, you may face the hardship, but you should not deviate from the right path. Only then you will get happiness and satisfaction. As I always tell you, happiness and satisfaction is the most important thing in one's life. If you want to get that, always listen to your heart, always act wisely, then only you will get happiness. At the end, you should have the ability to discriminate between what is good and what is bad, just like Hans. So till then, I hope you understood the chapter very well. You understood the story and you learned a moral value today. Till then, we will meet in your next video. Bye bye. Take care.